If you haven't already, then be sure to check out my review of Dragon Ball Super Episode 47, The Return of Future Trunks, and the reveal of a new yet familiar enemy. So a lot of Dragon Ball fans were amazed with the episode that we were given last week of Dragon Ball Super. It was something new, something riveting, and it was exactly what the series needed. And this week, we also got a really good episode as well, and today I'll be talking about it. And before we get into a little discussion and story summary / analysis, I just want to remind everyone there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the episode already and don't want to be spoiled, then I suggest you click away from this video. But if you have seen the episode and would like to hear me talk about it, then pretty please, could you stay? It would mean a lot to me if you would stay. With that out of the way, we start off the episode with Trunks mourning over the loss of Mai. And for those of you who are listening for some reason and didn't see the last episode, Mai was killed by Black, and so was Future Bulma. It was a very intense moment, not only for Mai and Future Bulma, but Trunks as well, because Trunks just can't seem to catch a break, can he? So while this is happening, Goku Black is looking down at Trunks and saying, "Oh, well, you're next. You're going to be joining her soon anyway, Saiyan." And just so you know, he keeps referring to Trunks as Saiyan, so this is another big hint that this isn't really Goku. So for those who would think it's Goten or Goku, you guys are pretty much mistaken. Trunks then transforms into a Super Saiyan and proceeds to fight Black in a really kick-ass scene. The animation for this fight scene is probably the best animation for any fight in Dragon Ball Super so far. Really good, really polished, and you can tell too that they put a lot of time into it, which I can respect, because animation in Japan is not very easy because the time that they're given to work on episodes isn't really the best amount of time to work on an anime. Trunks gets a few good hits in, he's able to make Black stumble, but in the end, Black dominates him in the fight, to the point where he's about to kill Trunks, but then Trunks is able to grab his sword and throw it at him, distracting him, almost, pretty much almost decapitating him in a way, or just, slicing him. And then Trunks shoots a Masenko, the attack that Gohan used to use for a long time. And by the way, I've never really seen Trunks use this attack in the series. He's only used it in the movies, and well, those are the movies. They don't necessarily count. But you know what? It's whatever. So he uses the Masenko as a distraction, a ploy to get away from Black, to head straight to Capsule Corp to get into the time machine. Now, Black doesn't know about Trunks' plan, so he's pretty baffled as to where he went. Trunks then gets in the time machine, and Black is looking around for Trunks, trying to spot him. But then he sees that Trunks is in a quote-unquote plane, as Goku Black likes to call it, and he's like, "Oh, you're going to have to do a lot better to get away from me." And then Goku Black charges up this purplish Kamehameha and shoots it, and it's about to hit Trunks in the time machine, but like literally a millisecond before it's about to make contact, Trunks heads back in time. Now, Goku Black has a ability to locate people with Dark Ki. I can't really tell. He hasn't really been given a name yet, but I'm just going to call it Dark Ki for now. He uses Dark Ki to try and locate Trunks, but he's unable to. So he's pretty much come to the conclusion that Trunks has disappeared. And I gotta say, Goku Black is one evil, sadistic son of a bitch, and I love him for it. So back in the past timeline, or the other timeline, the main timeline we've come to know and love, shows Trunks and the Pilaf gang in school. Now I can understand Trunks, Kid Trunks, but why the Pilaf gang? They got the brains of like older people. Why the fuck do they need to be in school? But whatever, I'm not going to question it too much. I'm just going to talk about the scene. And the scene is pretty comical, like you'd expect. It's pretty much confirmed that in this timeline, Kid Mai and Kid Trunks have a thing going on. At first you may think, "Aw, that's so cute," but then you remember that Kid Mai has the mindset of a literally probably a 40-year-old or something, and then it comes off as pretty creepy. But hey, in Japan, they can get away with a lot of creepy things apparently. So after the school part is done, Kid Trunks notices something arriving to Capsule Corp, which turns out to be Future Trunks' time machine. Now this is pretty interesting because I've been waiting to see how Kid Trunks would react to seeing Future Trunks. And at first, they all just think, "Oh, it's an alien, yeah, let's fight it, huh?" Blah, 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 blah. This leads to Bulma coming to the time machine and noticing that, it has hope on it. And the word hope was also on Future Trunks' time machine. And she asks Kid Trunks all these questions like, does the kid in there have blue hair? And for all of you making a big deal out of Future Trunks having blue hair, get over it. It's a minor character change, or a design change, I should say. It's no big deal. Just get over it and enjoy the arc. Okay? Okay. Future Trunks is then pulled out of the time machine by Bulma. And Bulma, lays him out in a bed. He's really wounded. It's visibly there. I mean, it's too bad that the censorship has to, cut back on it. Because we could see, cuts and, stuff like that to show that, hey, Goku Black doesn't play around. I mean, obviously they wouldn't know that. But they would at least be able to tell, oh man, he's really messed up. This leads to Bulma using a machine to contact Whis to get Goku and Vegeta to come back to Earth and see, just what the hell's going on. But before any of that even happens, I almost forgot to mention this. The Pilaf gang, or mainly Pilaf, all speculate that this guy is Trunks' brother. And Kid Trunks, he starts flipping out. He has no idea what to think of it. And it's hilarious. It's great to see this kind of stuff. Vegeta tells Bulma to have Kid Trunks power up so that way Goku can locate his ki and teleport them there. So Goku uses his instantaneous movement, instant transmission, teleportation, whatever the hell you want to call it. He uses it to get him, Vegeta, and Beerus and Whis for some odd reason to join them to go back to Earth. And they get back to Earth, and Goku then goes to Korin's Tower to get some sensu beans. While there, Korin and Yajirobe are playing Limbo. Good old Dragon Ball comedy. You never cease to make me scratch my head and laugh at the same time. Goku gets the sensu beans, uses instantaneous movement to go back to Capsule Corp, hands one to Bulma. Bulma then, keeps referring to this person as Trunks, and Kid Trunks just keeps freaking out even more because he's like, oh crap. He doesn't know what to think of it. It's hilarious. I know I just mentioned this earlier, but gosh, you just have to see it for yourself to understand. Goku gives Bulma a sensu bean, and she gives the sensu bean to Future Trunks. And Future Trunks is starting to come back to, opening his eyes. The first people he sees are Bulma, Vegeta, and Goku. And as soon as he notices Goku, right away he thinks that's the enemy. He thinks that's Goku Black. And his first instinct is to attack him, calling him a bastard, and everyone around them is so freaked out and shocked. They're just like, oh my god, Trunks is attacking Goku? What the hell happened in the future? There's people on the internet who are kind of baffled as to why Trunks would attack Goku. Trunks should know better. And I understand that viewpoint, but you gotta understand, the last time Future Trunks was in that timeline, Goku died and refused to come back to life. Not to mention, Future Trunks has also been dealing with this Goku Black problem for nearly a year now, according to the last episode. So I believe that Future Trunks has every right to act this way, but he seems to be letting his rage out on the wrong person, obviously. But that's how the episode ends, and man, another cliffhanger! It's a good thing when a series keeps you on the edge of your seat and wanting more, and that's exactly what Dragon Ball Super has been doing these last 2 weeks. I really can't wait for the next episode. This episode was really good, had some great comedy scenes, great action scenes, good little character moments, and overall was just a good episode. This is Gojira 2012 saying farewell for now.